Hello baker buddies! Welcome to URC Flourish Pilipinas Baking with Experts. Our lesson today ay flour variations. We have 4 types of flour. First, ang hard flour or first class flour, pero mas kilala sa tawag na bread flour. Second ay ang soft flour o tinatawag din na cookie or pastry flour. Ang pangatlo ay ang all-purpose flour. And last, ang cake flour. Ano nga ba ang kakalabasan kapag ginamit natin ang mga harina na ito sa paggawa ng bread? Alamin natin kay Micah habang tinuturuan tayo mag-bake ng open-top loaf bread.
Sift URC Globe First Class Flour and Bread Improver. Transfer the flour mixture to a spiral mixer. Add the yeast. Mix for 2 minutes at low speed. Combine water, sugar, and salt. Add the water mixture and mix for 2 minutes at low speed. When the dry ingredients are hydrated, add the shortening. Mix for 1 minute. Switch to high speed and mix for 5 minutes or until the dough has become smooth and elastic. Do the window pane test to check if the gluten has fully developed. Transfer the dough into a bowl. Let it ferment for 60 minutes.
I-compare natin ang mga dough. Ito yung gawa sa hard flour, all-purpose flour, soft flour, at cake flour. Importante ang protein content dahil main component ito in forming the gluten structure.
Hard flour has the highest protein content at 11 to 13.5%. All-purpose flour has 10 to 11% protein content. Soft flour is slightly lower at 9%. Cake flour has the least protein content at 8%.
Mas elastic ang dough na gawa sa hard flour dahil mas mataas ang protein content nito. Higher protein content forms better gluten structure. In contrast, ang mga dough naman na gawa sa soft flour at cake flour have less elasticity dahil mas mababa ang protein content nito.
Punch down the dough. Scale the dough into 400-gram portions. Flatten the dough. Shape them into lugs. Place dough into well-greased pans. Proof at 35 degrees Celsius and 85% relative humidity for 90 minutes or until double its size. Bake the proof loaves at 160 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. After baking, immediately remove the baked loaves from the pans. Cool.
Now let's compare the different loaves that we bake using the different types of flour. Ang mga pag-uusapan natin dito ay related lang din with what we mentioned earlier regarding the different protein content of the flours na ginamit natin. Let's compare the bread volume. Makikita natin na ang loaf na gawa sa hard flour ang may pinakamalaking bread volume. Susunod naman dito yung loaf na gawa sa all-purpose flour. And then sunod dito yung loaf na gawa naman sa soft flour. And finally, makikita natin na ang loaf na gawa sa cake flour ang may pinakamababang bread volume. Kapag kasi mas mataas ang protein content ng ating flour, mas nagbibigay ito ng mas magandang gluten structure which holds the air better inside the loaf, kaya mas maganda ang bread volume nito. Ang bread naman na gawa sa cake flour at soft flour ay mas mabilis tumigas dahil mas mataas naman ang starch content nito compared sa ating hard flour at all-purpose flour. Let's compare the crumb structure. Since the loaves made with soft flour and cake flour have lower protein content and have weaker gluten structure, they cannot hold the air properly. Mas maliit ang air pockets nito. At mas dense ang crumb structure. Compared to our all-purpose flour and hard flour. These are the reasons why the different types of flour have specific applications. For breads, gusto natin ng flour with higher protein content, that's why we use hard flour and all-purpose flour. For cookies naman, we don't need much gluten, that's why we use soft flour. And lastly, for cakes, we usually use the flour with the lowest protein content.